Episode 10.
Whoa, we're in double digits. We're like, can't wait till we're a teenager.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I know. Can you imagine? Like, what have we been talking about on episode 50?
I don't know. That's why we got to get that Google Doc out there
That's so true.
so people can participate in topics. This one's going to be shorty. We're going to review the Lincoln Way inventory.
Lincoln Way District, yes.
Lincoln Way District, as some of you know, I live in Frankfort. Callie lives in Manhattan. And we're going to just talk about our surrounding areas inventory, which is actually...
I technically live in Elwood. I mean, I have a house in Manhattan,
same
too.
difference. But we're going to talk... This inventory is what I want to say is very relatable for a lot of the Chicagoland suburbs. So we're just going to keep it specific since this is where we live for now.
And Lincoln Way School District is Frankfort, New Lenox, Mokena, Manhattan.
Yeah, and I'm going to touch base on...
And the inventory's low. That's why it's so competitive.
Yes.
Not many houses for sale.
And what I want to say, like for my... Because I do have clients literally from the North Shore to the Western Burbs to the city still. So if you are curious, like what is my inventory? Because what I hope is this educates you on how to read the inventory levels. So for instance, if you live in Streeterville in the city, your condo Streeterville city inventory market is definitely going to be different than the suburbs. And just like reach out to me. It's super easy for me to send you this data for the area that you live in.
Yes, because it's easy to say. I mean, you can see headlines for, you know, I will say I feel like nationwide inventory is low. But you do have micro markets that you want to know, like your inventory might be high. I mean, you might be sitting at a 6-month, 7-month inventory. While the next one is, and we're going to get into that too.
Maybe I'll have time to pull a couple of those. Anyway, okay.
So Stephanie, how is inventory measured? When people say you have 2 months of inventory, what does that mean?
So that's how long it would take for the market to, I'll say, eat up the homes that are currently listed for sale. And what we like to see for like an average market, for an even buyers-sellers market, is around 4 months supply. Some will say 6 months. I think that's more leaning towards the buy side. I think 4 months is a little bit healthier.
I think 4 to 5 is like that balance.
Yeah, so that's what I like to see, to know. And we can actually see on our end, and we can send this to you guys, where the inventory is also trending. So it's crazy because you look back in, pre-crash times, and it's insane how high the inventory was. Like we are talking, like I think there were some markets that I saw where the inventory was up to like 18 months supply. Like
that's insane.
How
and to put in perspective, we're in a low one, and we're floating around like 1.3 to 1.6 months. Like that is a huge difference. And
huge.
Not to mention, and I feel like I could speak for this because I'm familiar with it, but Lincoln Way District specifically is nothing but growing, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we just have such little inventory, and it's becoming just a problem that almost just keeps lapping on itself over and over.
Yeah. So just to give a quick overview, so the Frankfort month's supply of inventory right now is 1.9. So we have 1.9 months supply. New Lenox is at 1.6. Manhattan is at 1.7. Mokena is at 1.6. So that's how many months it would take to eat up that inventory. Now, let me go back here. I mean, this is crazy. I think the lowest that it was recently was July 2022. Oh, yeah, April 2022. That was the lowest. So it has gone up a little bit.
That was like the hot market, 2022.
Yeah, it was like very, very hot. Let me just, for fun, go back to like 10 years. In 2015, which felt a little bit normal-ish, the inventory like in Frankfort across most of these was 5.6, 5.4, 6.9, 5.4. So that's where inventory, and look, it's trailed down consistently. It went up a bit in 2019, and then again now we're back to...
You can probably just show that screen just to show the decline.
I wonder if we could, we'll see.
You see it?
Can you see, guys?
It would be cool to have like a projection screen.
We could probably...
Let's put that on the list.
Yeah, we're
under construction.
There's a lot going on here. So again, but I can email you these if anybody wants to
Yes.
see what their data is for their actual market. Just email me. You'll find me on Instagram.
Well, there's also that link that through platform too. Remember, I would post those links for my market updates that I've fallen off the wagon of doing, and you click a link and it's completely up to date all the time. But it's through us.
Right. So we could send them this link, and you could have this link forever,
Yeah,
basically,
you don't have to
recheck
ask us.
it.
Right, you don't have to ask us next week to make you a new one. This link is always with up to date data.
Yeah. So anyway, it's super handy, but that's the month supply. And if you're curious about what the average sales price is, for instance, it's gone consistently up in the last 10 years. But right now we are at, for instance, Frankfort average sale price is $439, New Lenox $395, Manhattan $380, Mokena $410. So that's the average sales prices here. I like to look at sales price, month supply, and market time. Like those are the ones that I usually like to focus on. And market time is, even.
I have a question for you with market time.
Tell me.
Do you feel that market time is the time it takes for you to get an offer, or do you feel like market time is from the moment you list to the day of closing?
Once you close out in the MLS, and you maybe didn't notice this, but like once you close out in the MLS, it only counts from contract date
from listing the contract, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, but I'm saying because with InfoSparks,
that's
is
market
that
time.
that okay? So they do that accurately, because I would never know because it says listing to contract right here, and so I always thought this was up until closing, and I thought that was up until.
Well, let's see what the difference is. 28. I mean,
I could be wrong.
Well, but then what if that contract falls apart? I don't know.
Yeah,
we can clarify that. But anyway, so.
But I mean, realistically, the market time is low right now because
it is low, and I mean, again, we could go back to that 2022 market that we were talking about. The market time was like 30 days for a lot of these areas we're just talking about. Right now, we're up to 45, 34, 47, 42 on all those markets. So the market time has creeped up a little bit, but that's because I think that's because of interest rates. Mm-hmm. There's still such low inventory, but I still
on the feds, they did not do a cut. They did say that they claim they have 2 more cuts this year. So it's going to be in the back end of the year, which honestly might be beneficial with the election season.
Can I just say, told you so? I've been saying from Jump Street, they are going to make these cuts close to election. 100%. Somebody's going to come in and be the hero. Yeah. Okay. Well, but
should we talk politics?
No, we're not going to open up
that.
Yeah,
let's not.
We're not going to open up that can of worms.
Let's not open that up for you.
Oh no. There goes my microphone.
All right, Stephanie's buffer just fell off, so she sounds a little off. That's why.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But anyway, I wanted to also review. Let's see if I got to get up to for people watching the video. They know what's happening.
Yeah.
We're having some microphone difficulties right now. I was just going to review this is from Forbes for 2024, their forecast of the inventory specifically. I'm going to read this. How many homeowners have locked in low interest rates or unwilling to sell due to high home prices? Demand continues to outpace housing supply and likely will for a while. I don't expect to see a meaningful increase in the supply of existing homes for sale until mortgage rates are back down in the low 5% range. So probably not in 2024, says Rick Sharga, founder and CEO of CJ Patrick Company, a market intelligence and business analyst, so on and so forth. Housing stock remains near historic lows, especially entry-level supply, very important, which has propped up demand and sustained ultra-high home prices. I think that's like the perfect summary. I agree 100%. I think I read another stat online that somebody was saying that home inventory was going to increase by 30%. It's just somebody's opinion. I'm like, when?
Right. How?
When?
And my thing is like, obviously I'm aware that it's very easy to make this statement now with the time that we're in. But like, if you think about it, how stupid to make rates that low, to only jump them up that high in such a small span. So we have literally half of the population locked in at these crazy low rates, and then half that are like fighting to pay quadruple the amount for the exact same thing. It's just really crazy that's how it happened. I don't know how we're gonna get out of it.
I don't either. Okay. But I think that's a great review, and we can touch on other markets too. I think it would actually be really fun to talk about. Now that we did this inventory review, I'd love to review like the condo market in the city. Like, you know, even let's talk about like a Logan Square versus Streeterville. Like, some people might find that very useful to just how different micro markets can be.
Micro market, that's a key term to take away, because your market is not probably what you think it is. I mean,
Exactly. So all she wrote for today, folks.
All right, bye.
Until next time, bye.